I'm Kristen Miller. It's so wonderful to meet you.
Nice to be here today.
Thank you. Welcome to Candidate Conversations, brought to you by Fort Bend Voters League. As you probably already know, we're a nonpartisan organization that's dedicated to public engagement and voter engagement in the issues. In fact, our motto is bringing civility to public discourse. So we thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to meet with us today and let us know who you are as a person and where you stand on certain issues. So I appreciate your time. So just to clarify, you're Nadine Skinner, and you're the candidate running for Fort Bend ISD Trustee Position 7.
Correct.
Thank you so much. So Nadine, what do you feel is your motivation for wanting to serve Fort Bend ISD and what uniquely qualifies you for the position?
Well, I've been a resident of Fort Bend County for the past 14 years. I have 3 children currently in Fort Bend ISD schools. I have a son in the 9th grade, a daughter in the 7th grade, and a daughter in the 4th grade. And I've been involved with Fort Bend ISD schools ever since my son was in kindergarten 10 years ago. Right now, I'm heavily involved in the schools, serving on PTAs, PTOs, Fort Bend ISD committees such as rebalancing committees, the GT Parent Advisory Committee, and a bunch of other things such as safety committees and such, all throughout the district. And I've been advocating for children for the past 10 years. Right now, what I would like to do is take what I have done over the past 10 years and go to the other side of the district and start to affect policy for all the children. When I started advocating for my son 10 years ago, I was advocating mostly for gifted and talented children, to make sure that they had what they needed in the classroom, to make sure that they were able to learn at the level that they needed to learn. And I've realized over 10 years that a lot of our children are not getting what they need in the classroom, and not just at the GT level, but all across the educational spectrum. They're not having their needs met. And as an educational system, we need to make sure that we are encouraging learning at all levels and not suppressing it. And that was my motivation for running. Things that I do bring specifically to the district are the ability to work with children all throughout the district. I volunteer at college fairs, and so I've been at all of our high school campuses and gotten to see children from various parts of the district.
Okay.
I bring a wealth of oral and written communication. I'm a professional writer.
Okay.
And so I write newsletters for currently 2 organizations in the district. And I also will be able to communicate with a wide variety of people orally and verbally.
That's wonderful.
So,
what do you see are the 3 biggest challenges currently for the district, and what solutions do you think would be best to solve these issues?
okay, one of the biggest challenges I see right now is equity, not just between different campuses, but like I said, across the educational spectrum. Let's talk about different campuses though. Right now we have, at different high schools, we have programs that are not being offered at high schools on an equal basis. So we have children at certain schools that are not able to take the classes that they need for where they are, and that should not be happening. We should never tell a student, this class is not offered here, yet you're ready to take it. So for example, in progression of math, we have certain students who are seniors who have no more math that they can take at their campus, and that should not happen. And so we need to address that. We need to make sure that all campuses have an equity of programs. Another issue is stability. Right now we have campuses that are underutilized, we have campuses that are overutilized, and we have communities that are being moved around from school to school based on data that is not accurate, based on perceptions of data and overutilization. And campuses and families should not be moved around from school to school year after year. So our families are asking for stability, and we need to address that. We need long-term planning, and I'm talking on the order of 10 years. The district only plans out 5 years now. They've specifically said that, but we can do better. And the other issue that we really need to address is transparency. The board needs to be transparent with our community, and they need to address transparency and specifically tell us why they're doing what they're doing, what they're basing decisions off of. And our community is begging for that. They're begging the board to be open with them, and the board should be open with them through agenda review and through answering emails and through meeting with community members. They need to do this so we can trust our board. It's really important.
Yeah, board trust is very, very important.
It is.
You've answered this a little bit, but I just wanted to kind of touch again. What community or district involvement have you had that really puts you, and I'd like to have you answer for all three, in touch with the needs of the students and the needs of the parents, as well as meeting the needs of the teachers?
Okay. Right now, I'm a secretary for a PTA at Ann Sullivan Elementary. It's my second year there, and I was one of the founding members of the PTA. The elementary school's only been open 3 years. And so working there, I work very closely with the teachers. I'm there at the school multiple times a week, and so I'm working closely there. I'm also the PTO parliamentarian at Fort Settlement Middle School, and so I work very closely there with the teachers too. My son is a freshman at Elkins High School. I work with the theater department there, and I work closely there with the teachers. I'll be volunteering with the upcoming Baber Awards, which is a theater awards being held the end of April. I'll be volunteering there. In the past, I was a room mom at Commonwealth Elementary School in kindergarten, so I got to work very closely with the teacher there. I also was a hands-on science lead for multiple years at Commonwealth, where I advocated for science education. My background is in geology and geophysics, so anytime that I can get in there and help students do science in a hands-on manner, that is something I really want to do. And as far as on the district level, I was a 2-year member of the GT Parent Advisory Committee, so I definitely got to work with the district on that. I'm still doing that, advising and advocating for GT students. And last fall, I was part of the Fort Bend Southeast Boundary Planning Committee, where we got to work on trying to plan boundaries for the 5 Southeast high schools. And that ran from like November to December. And one other thing that I've really been working on is with PACE, which is Parents for Academic Excellence. And I've been involved in that for 9 years now. And that's a group of parents who advocate for gifted and highly capable children. And we work directly with the Office of Gifted and Talented with the district. And I've been the president of that for 3 years, treasurer for 2, secretary for 3. And so I've been working with that and directly with the district in that capacity. So I've been working with the district, the schools for many, many years.
That's wonderful. That's really wonderful. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Now, Fort Bend is a very, very diverse county. And with over 90 languages and dialects spoken, how do you think we could most effectively serve such a diverse student body to be able to reach every student?
Yeah, I mean, it's really important to appreciate our diversity. The schools that I've attended, we've done things such as Multicultural Day, and that's really important. My family is a Jewish family, and so there's not a lot of the schools that I've attended, children like my children, but it's really interesting because we get to understand and learn about all the cultures that my children are exposed to, and other children get to learn about my children's religion and our culture. And I think that it's really important that we appreciate that and that we incorporate that into all of our learning, not just in like the social studies at the elementary level, but we can do that in the middle school level, at the high school level. We need to incorporate it into our classroom learning. We can incorporate that by learning about famous people who are from different cultures. There's a lot of ways we can do it. We need to make sure that all of our materials that the district puts out are readable by people from different languages. We need to make sure we have that. It's really important that we celebrate our diversity. We don't shy away from it. It's one of the things that makes Fort Bend County great. It's one of the reasons my family chose to move to this district, for the diversity. And it's something that we should definitely celebrate.
Absolutely, I agree. One of the things, we have tremendous growth in the district right now, and so that puts a special challenge on socioeconomic circumstances that they are very diverse as well across the board. How could you feel the district could best affect the achievement gap and make equal opportunity for everybody? You touched on that a little bit earlier, but I would like to hear a little bit more of your ideas.
Yeah, what we need to do is we need to go into these communities for one. We cannot, the board itself cannot make decisions in a vacuum. So we need to go into some of these communities that are socioeconomically diverse and speak to them. Find out what it is they really need. The community that I live in has different needs from a community that might have where everybody has two working parents, where kids have to come home from high school and watch their siblings, so they might have different needs than a community where I'm a stay-at-home mom and I can drive my kids around to activities after school. I can take my kids in early in the morning. I can volunteer in the PTO on a regular basis. Other communities might have different needs where they have trouble getting volunteers to come into school during the day. So we need to go into those communities. We need to speak to them, find out what their needs specifically are, and talk to them and see what is it that you need. Do you need, more volunteers to come in? Can we get another school to partner with your school? Can we schedule things in different times to make it better for you where times work out for you? What kind of courses do you need for your kids? What do your kids want in their school? What would be successful on your campus? But it all starts with talking to them and not forgetting them and realizing that we do have different kinds of areas in Fort Bend that might need different things and addressing them. One size does not fit all. And
Direct
we need to
communication.
realize it. Right. Communication is important, and we need to communicate with everyone.
I want to thank you so much for taking your time to speak with us today so everybody gets to know you better. Again, this is Nadine, and I really appreciate your time.
Thank you. It's
And
great being
remember,
here.
early voting is April 22nd to April 30th with election date on May 4th. See you at the polls.